Good morning or afternoon and good evening to all of you lovely souls. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you guys doing? Happy Friday. Just gonna get my incense going here. Hello, Peace Jam, Mary, darling. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. It means a lot. I'm excited to kind of dive into some tarot readings for you guys today. All right. Hello, Naran. Hello. How are you doing, lovely lady? It's nice to see you here. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you guys. I'm excited to do, I'm still excited to do my February. I haven't had a chance. I've been trying to catch up on some personal sessions here, but I'm still excited to do my February crystal ball and tarot gaze for you guys for that report. So that'll be fun. But let's dive into some of the tarot readings here for today. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you, Naran. Yeah, like it's so crazy. Definitely a very crazy time right now. I have my window open, the sun is out. Yesterday the birds were chirping, and it's January. I guess Florida's getting all our snow. So we haven't had any snow yet here in BC. I'm personally not a big fan of snow, so I'm happy. Bring on the sun. All right. So anyway, guys, I guess we can get into some tarot readings. If anyone is interested in personal sessions, you can always reach me at my website, Readings with Breanne, for a personal tarot reading or crystal grid, a whole bunch of sessions. So with that being said, let's see here what we have. Now, I have actually pulled a couple cards because I was sitting here for a few minutes before I came on, and I seen Peace Gem. I seen your message again about XRP. You said here, you were curious if XRP will dip again in the next 1 to 2 days. You said it went to 260 today and you couldn't buy it. Now it's at 286. Will you get the opportunity to buy cheaper? All right, so I pulled a few cards on this. I'm going to actually ask again because I was looking more specifically at, what XRP is doing to see the momentum of it. And you guys, first of all, I have to say this is not financial advice. You guys, please do your own research. I have noticed such a big expansion for me personally working with the tarot in the last couple weeks even, and how accurate and how amazing we can get some of these energies. But again, I am not always right, you guys, because I had an actual message that came in and I was on the fence about sharing it, but I'm going to let you know what I heard. It wasn't a specific amount. I didn't hear that, but when I was looking into this, I am hearing it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. And they were giving me Friday. So I don't know if this is something that's going to be going up this Friday or next Friday, you guys. Please just take it with a grain of salt, okay, my friends? But when I pulled the tarot, I want you guys to think, we've all heard about the let's say the hype of XRP and the potential thousands that it could get at per coin. And I know for some of us that have bought in really cheap, even right now, as you were saying, Peace Gem, like for myself, I have invested in it personally, and it's almost hard to buy it now because it's at for me right now in Canadian dollars, it's at what, $4.23, and originally, I was putting it in when it was at 78 cents. So that's a big jump. And when you think of it, though, the potential that it could really get to, $4.23 is still, to me, potentially very cheap. Okay. I'll try to recap on your question. Will it go lower again? But I'm getting, you guys, it's going to continue to go higher here. And they're saying it's going up, it's going up. I want you guys to kind of treat this as more of a if you guys have coins, hold on to them. Look at over the situation. We have the Four of Pentacles. So I think this is something really valuable to hold on to, okay? Try to just treat it more as not a let's get rich kind of thing. You guys are expecting it to jump from $4 to $10,000 overnight. I don't necessarily see that happening right now. I think it's going to continue to go up, but I think the big gains, because I have seen a lot of amazing energy come through XRP with the tarot. And let's say what I'm getting intuitively, again, I'm not saying 100% it's going to get up to those $10,000 per coin, but I do have a lot of good energy with XRP, with it getting quite high up there. However, it feels like it's more of a little bit in the future, okay, you guys? It may be in the next couple years. So just treat it as in terms of more of a long-term investment. I mean, I don't recommend anyone, empty their bank account and not be able to buy groceries to put money in XRP, okay? If you have, an extra $100 here and there, then throw it in, right? But let's see here. I'll ask your question specifically for Peace Gem. What's the energy of Peace Gem's question, Spirit, when it comes to XRP dipping towards tipping below the $2.60 mark she was asking about? Is it going to go lower? I don't know if I see it going significantly lower. Not to say it won't go 10 cents, 20 cents, maybe 30 cents lower, but is it going to go back down to like $1 or under $1? I don't see that happening. Okay. It's interesting because, like I said, I got Friday. I don't know if that's this Friday. What are we at? Monday. This is my 8 days, 8 weeks card. This is fast energy, and I hear it's going up. It's going up. So I mean, I'm not telling anybody to rush out and go and get it or buy it. Please do your own research and do what you can afford to do. But I don't know if I see it going down a whole lot, my friend, okay? There is some bumps and delays here. There is delays with it getting to those high marks. So, I mean, it may go down a tiny bit, but if it does, I don't see it going down more than 20, 30 cents here and there and then going back up again, okay? It looks like it's something outcome 3 of Cups, and we have that 8 of Pentacles is working hard with so much good energy here. So I've always had really good energy when it comes to XRP, although I do get delays. Look at this. We do have that 5 of Pentacles and a delay here. So it does feel like this is the cheaper cost you're going to get it at. All right. Okay, my friends. So hopefully that kind of gave you a little bit of I guess, guidance there. But again, please just do what you can afford. All right. How much I know that's a good question. I mean, it depends. If it goes up to $1,000, that's a lovely return on investment. If it goes up to $10,000, like just think of how much money that truly is on such a small investment. I mean, I'd be set. So I guess we'll have to see how that unfolds. But, with those bigger amounts, you guys, it feels like that may be more into the couple years potentially, or the next maybe 1 to 2 years. I don't know. We'll have to see. But for it getting that high in 2025, we'll have to evaluate and see how things go moving forward. So with that being said, I'm going to keep going, my lovely lady. Thank you for your question, though. Mary, hello, Fatima. I thought I seen Fatima's message here somewhere. Are you here, or am I seeing things? No, Fatima, hello. All right. Hello, Chantel. Yeah. I know. We'll have to see what happens here. I mean, invest in what you can invest in. I mean, do your research, feel what feels right to you guys, right? but I do see it consistently going up. I mean, even at now, I mean, for a lot of us that have got in at those lower rates, like 70 cents or whatever, even maybe 20 cents, 30 cents, it's been around for a while. A lot of people are probably going to want to, take those gains once it hits even $50 or something of that matter. So we'll have to see how that all plays out. But I still see it being extremely more of a long-term investment. Okay, you guys, that's what I'm seeing it as. Okay, so let's see. Mary, you said Mary here. The Buckingham Palace has been undergoing a 10-year refurbishment, which started in 2017. I think it's BS, and the cost will be millions. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see here. You know what I'm getting for February, you guys? Sorry, I'm totally jumping around here, but I'm actually getting, I know we've talked about this a million times now, but February we could see some pretty big exposures. So I'm wondering if that is related at all to anything with maybe the royals. But I mean, sorry, what was the question though? Buckingham Palace has been undergoing a refurbishment. And I think it's BS. Sorry, I'm not too sure what the question is though. Are they going through a refurbishment? I can pull a couple cards on, let's say, the Buckingham Palace, I guess, and we'll see what comes up. I'm gonna use this deck. What do we have, Spirit, for the Buckingham Palace and when it comes to the refurbishments that have been going on since 2017? Yeah, look at all that coins. It feels like it is being refurbished, to be honest, from what I can see here. I don't know if they're closing off certain, if it's closed off or something of that matter, but yeah, it's costing a pretty penny, you guys. It's costing a pretty penny here. But I'm not too sure if you had more of a specific. Oh, it is true. It is happening. Yeah, that's what it looks like here. Looks like it's being moved forward with that. But again, yeah, it's costing a crap ton of money for sure. It's like, da, da, da. Look at that. So we'll have to see. There's probably definitely some big exposures when it comes to the money and scandals and what money actually goes in. You guys, there is so much money in this world. There is so much, but there's only a few corrupt and, let's say, cabals that are just really hoarding and controlling and pulling strings. Well, I guess the countries are so far into debt as well, but it's just a crazy world right now, you guys. Crazy world. Okay, let's keep going here. What do we have? Woo-woo woman. Could I please check and see how your son's schooling will continue as he's doing it from home now and will not... Oh, wait. And that's not typical in our country. You wanted to know if there'll be any issues. Okay. Let's see. What is the energy of Woo-woo woman's son doing schooling from home? How will that be? I mean, I think, look at that, the schooling energy here. I think it has some benefits for sure. It's kind of interesting. It definitely has some pros and some cons, okay? I would say though, I mean, I think this is a given, but there is that Three of Swords right in the center. I don't know how, I would say make sure he's maybe getting, let's say, out there, getting socialized, being able to still make friends, because I think that social interaction is very important with what's coming up. I think school-wise, like educational-wise, I think it's a great idea here with what you have going on for him. We've got the Magician in his energy, and we have that Emperor. So as long as we have kind of a routine, more of I don't want to say a strict routine, but a structured, let me say that, a structured routine for him, I think he's going to flourish educationally here. But there is something that's a little bit of, just a bit of a burden here. It could be the fact that there's a lack of maybe that connection with other kids. So just keep that in mind. I mean, maybe getting him into a sport or an extracurricular activity, something that's like just getting out there. Because I will say this for my daughter, I know everyone's different, but sports specifically for my daughter helped huge. It helps so much with her social skills and getting out of her bubble because I'm a very shy person. I'm very chill, non-key. Like I can sit in my house and I'm fine with not going out and socializing with the world. But we are very social creatures, right? And for her, the sports and that team, that team commitment really helped her significantly, especially taekwondo. Okay. A lot of structure and that sort of thing. So yes, I think that it's going to be okay. It looks like if that's something you guys are choosing to do, to have him do school from home, I feel like educationally, yeah, I think that that's a good choice based off of what the tarot's giving. But there is something that's a little unbalanced there. So just make sure he's kind of getting some other things in on the side there. Okay, my friend? Hello. Thank you so much, James, for your donation. Again, any donations, you guys will definitely get the front of the list when it comes to tarot questions. So let's see here. James, you said, what does it look like if I shift my career to officially becoming an advocate for my daughter and maybe others? What do we have for sorry. I don't know why I keep calling. I think I'm calling you by your last name, so my apologies. Jolie James. What do we have for you shifting your career officially and becoming an advocate for your daughter and others? Yeah, please, you guys, please do not take it personal if I say your name wrong. I'm awful at pronouncing names correctly, so my apologies if I get your name incorrect. Not intentional at all. What do we have for the lovely Jolie James when it comes to shifting careers officially? Let's see what that looks like. Oh, you're like kind of sitting on the fence about it, hey? Look at that, children. Absolutely. Look at this. The outcome is actually working with your daughter and other children here. I see you sitting on the fence with that. I know that's a big jump when it comes to making big decisions, like especially career changes, because I see you look at that 9 of Swords in the past energy and you are juggling it, you're thinking about it, you're on the fence about it. But it looks like a big yes for that, especially with that Ace of Swords. And the children, the fact that we have the children that came out here, phenomenal. I think this is something that you would be, you feel overwhelmed by this, and I do see that. Just one step at the time, my friend. It doesn't mean you have to necessarily do this big switch right away, but start gaining just some knowledge. Do what you need to do. If you need to do some research, write a list, you guys. Okay, I myself, sometimes there's all these things that I'm excited for and want to do, and then maybe that's just my Gemini fluttery personality. But we have our hands in a million different things. But make a list, my friend. Things that are important to you, things that you're going to move forward with. That's going to really fill your cup here. Like, look at this. It's going to fill your cup. You can be very successful at this shift. And I see it being very fulfilling. Okay. I absolutely see it very fulfilling here. So I got a big yes for that. It seems like this is something that you're very, very, it's close and dear to you. I almost feel like emotional a little bit too, because I could just feel so much passion for this. Yeah, you do, but unofficially. I mean, this is your journey, my friend, but I think you could be very successful at, oh my gosh, I'm gonna start like crying. As you guys know, I'm a very emotional person. I'm just gonna turn off, I have my heating pad on and I'm getting warm here. Oh, it gets a little hot sometimes. So absolutely, I see you doing this full time. If this is something you wish to pursue, my friend, absolutely. It's just getting, you know what? Don't let the fear or your ego get kind of the control over this as well, because things that you're very much sure, like in your heart, if you're sure this is something that you want to do, follow that. Okay, because like I said, I had things that I wanted to follow when I was 19, 20, and I didn't, because your ego kind of gets in the way. You're like, how am I going to make money at this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to get clients? I mean, just all the little tidbits of things that kind of flow into it kind of gets you scared, and then you go into that fear mode, and then you end up doing something that isn't for your highest good, right? So for you, I think this is absolutely up your alley. And the fact that we got the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and we got the Six of Cups representing children, this is absolutely something that you could be very successful at. Okay, so I mean, don't be so overwhelmed with how you're going to get there. Don't figure out the whole end game, my friend. I want you to just focus on one step at a time. Make a list on a couple things that you want to start pursuing when it comes to this field of work, and just chip away at it. And the next thing you know, will be a couple months down the road, it'll be a year down the road, and you'll be thriving in it. Okay, so absolutely. All right, now let's keep going. See what I don't know. I guess it's an emotional day, you guys. How are you guys feeling? I'm feeling emotional today. Okay, let's keep going here. What do we have? Darlene, you said worried about the Canadians and the tariffs about to be applied. When will all this propaganda end for Canada? Yeah, that would be nice. It's going to end. It's going to get there, but I think it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better still. Let's pull a few cards on that for Canada. What do we have moving forward, Spirit, when it comes to Canada and these tariffs that are going to be applied? I mean, we're only in January, and it's like there are so many things happening. It's not even like we can really process it. It's like one thing after another, okay? Yeah, look at walking away. The Hermit. I don't think it's going to last for very long. Because look at the outcome. The outcome is the Death card. And yes, we do have that five of Pentacles being out in the cold with these extra tariffs here. But we also have the Seven of Wands here. And things are changing. Look at this. Things are absolutely changing with that wheel right in the center. So I don't see this like going even past 2025. I feel like there's going to be massive changes this year, but it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be so uncomfortable. But I think what I want to say, I don't know if I'm veering off kind of in a different direction, you guys, but I see a whole crap ton of still propaganda being put out there, fear-based agendas. So you guys try not to attach to it. Don't feed into this. Use your discernment, especially look at AI. Look at how hard it is to kind of even tell the difference between sometimes, is this AI? Is this real, right? So use your discernment. Very huge, very big kind of use your discernment for 2025. But with Canada, I feel like we are still headed in. Sorry, guys, we have the garbage trucks coming by. My windows are open, so it might be a little noisy for a momento here. Jolie, oh gosh, you're crying now. Oh, I love you. Okay, but for Canada, let me pull a couple cards. Canada moving forward here. Yeah, it's part of it's being reset right now. There's like a whole reset happening, you guys. Judgment, karma. So yes, there's kind of that feeling of having our hands tied here, but things, look at outcome, death, massive transformation, and we have judgment. We have people waking up. We have people waking up to all this crazy stuff happening. And you're going to see a lot of people standing up here, and that's where we're going to see such a bigger divide too. I feel like, especially in 2025 here, you're going to see more people that are are kind of sinking into that fear-based agendas, and they don't want to see the truth behind everything. Sorry, hopefully you guys can hear me. I totally forgot it was Monday. Forgot to close my window. All right. So I don't see them, my friend. I don't see the terrorists being, a very long-term thing. It feels like things are going to transform. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Chantel, hello, Chantel. When will the people know the military is in charge? You know what's interesting? I've been getting lately, I don't know, I know there's been talks about this, but you guys, if there is ever a potential attack, and I'm not saying, I don't mean I'm meaning like a false flag extraterrestrial attack, you guys, that is false. Okay. I don't know for sure if it's gonna happen, but I mean, I keep seeing that this energy of they're not attacking us. It is a false hidden agenda. If something like that does happen this year, just use your discernment, guys. Okay. And I remember having a dream. It was probably quite a while ago now. And it was this dream of these ships coming down, and these ships were attacking. They were shooting and attacking people, and people were fleeing and running. And it was madness. Like, it was complete chaos and madness, but it was all fake. Like, it wasn't even real. Anyway, it was weird. It was a weird dream, but it's kind of what it's reminding me of. So I don't know if I kind of went off sidetrack there, but again, if you guys, there is anything that happens like that this year, I really see this as use your discernment. I feel like a lot of this could be potentially false flags and hidden agendas coming in here. Okay. You're very welcome, Jolie. Just Robin. Are things going to settle down soon? I think things are going to potentially amp up for this year. We have that Mars energy, and Mars is all about the chaos, the violence. Um, And, I have said this before, but, through the tough situations where we have these catastrophic, events and things that blow up, that actually wakes people up and brings people together. Okay. So people, it's great. People are starting to question things. So I see 2026 as being a completely different year energetically. This is still weeding out some of the, whatever you want to say, cabal and that sort of thing. But you guys, we're not headed towards a nuclear war or anything of that. Like, I don't see anything like that happening. So I know there's still a lot of chaos happening, and it's going to take time. It is going to take time to get us into this new energy, because even on, look at the financial system and the markets and the economy. This isn't something that could just be switched overnight. It has to happen in stages from what I can see. Okay. So you can expect a lot of, I feel like, hiccups in 2025. It'll be, still kind of a chaotic year, but I feel like the second half of 2025 is where we can really take a big breath, and we can potentially see that light at the end of the tunnel. So we're kind of thinking of it as like we're in that dark tunnel right now where there's that mist, or look at that fog we had. We're in that foggy energy right now, but as the middle to the end of this year comes around, we're going to see things really clear up, and we'll start to see that sun shining through. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Nina. Peace, Jim. Emotions make you human and sensitive to energies. Thank you. And you know what? See, this is something, being emotional has been something that I have dealt with forever. And I can just cry at the job. Like, it's almost like feeling, you guys, that you can feel so many, and there's many people like this, but I have trouble holding it back. It just comes out, and that's just the way I am. So that's actually something that I had to learn to, I guess, accept as well, because I would be like, why do I always cry so easy, right? I could completely not even know you and see somebody just doing something nice for somebody else and I could cry. I'm like, why? It is so bizarre. But it's something I've learned to kind of work with and accept as well. And some days are definitely more sensitive than others, that's for sure. I have a lot of that energy in my chart. Let's say that. All right. I feel like I've probably missed some questions, so my apology here. Lady T, you've been told your carpentry side. Okay, sorry. Let me restart. You've been told your carpentry is a side job until it's time to transition full time. Can you see what's the best job I should seek right now to match my energy in the meanwhile? Well, I mean, again, kind of what you said, Lady T, we are all in a transitional period right now. And unfortunately, I do see a big shift, especially with AI, and how a lot of jobs are going to be there's going to be a lot of changes, especially with AI coming around. And as scary as that seems, there's going to be that kind of shake up time, but there's going to be a time where we are getting into our more creative side or creative selves, okay? And when that happens, we're not going to be in that fight or flight mode anymore. Now, Lady T, if you, again, when we're looking at specific jobs, I do like to incorporate date of birth so I can look into some Chinese astrology. So I mean, I'm more than happy to help you guys out. If you guys want, like, if you wanted to email me your date of birth, I can try to look into specific careers, because sometimes there's one specific one that would be great for you, or sometimes there's a couple you can bounce in between that really support your energy. So I really like to incorporate that. But let's see what's coming out for Lady T when it comes to her career right now. I mean, I have a lot here about even children and animals. I don't know why I'm feeling guided to say animals, but I have this Knight of Pentacles, and we do have that horse, that lovely horse. Sometimes this is working with nature, working with animals as well. I mean, I would like to look specifically at your chart. If you would like to send that to me, I don't know how urgently I'm going to be able to get that back to you, but I'd be more than happy to look into that. You could just continue to keep doing what you're doing until you've really, like, what is it? I think you have to ask yourself, what is it that you really want to, let me see. Your carpentry is a side job until it's time to transition into it full. So what is preventing you from doing it full time? I'm a little bit unsure about that. Because we have a little bit of just being patient with it. And if this is something that you're really passionate about doing with carpentry, I'm not sure. You can definitely pursue that full time, my friend. So you'll have to let me know. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. I will email you. I didn't scroll down on the chat. Sorry about that. I didn't see that. Yeah, send me an email, Lady T. I mean, we can maybe talk a little bit more about that. And maybe just give me a little bit more of a description in terms of with your carpentry, like what is preventing you? Are you just doing schooling for it right now, I guess is my question. But I keep seeing animals for you as well. So you could maybe even get into some kind of a career that is involving animals, or a humanitarian project. That sort of thing is coming up. And children is strongly coming up as well. Look at that. Again, more animals. Anyway, I'll let you email me then, Lady T, and then maybe we can chat by email a little bit further here on that specifically. Yeah, darling, stay away from any news. Yeah, it's one thing to take a peek to see, okay, what's going on in the world, but then there's another thing to really be drawn and attached to it, okay? So try not to feed that energy. Oh, you were just told it's not the time. Is this a good time for Lady T to pursue carpentry full time? I did have that walking away card, so that, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Oh, there's that apprentice carpentry energy. Interesting. I am kind of getting that energy. I do think that it's not far away from you being able to pursue this though full time, but there's something about it being a little unstable. It says you've been completely blocked. I'm in the union and you have your own tools. I offer travel abroad. I was going to say there's traveling abroad here, okay? I do see that there's a bit of struggle with this right now. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. You kind of are being a little bit ignored or blocked with this. Okay, send me an email and I'll see if I can look into this a little bit better for you later, okay? With the Fool, though, in the outcome, I do think this is something that may potentially take off soon, okay? So I don't think it'll be too much longer, but we'll see what we can dig into, my friend. All right. Nina, you're stepping away from the news because everything is moving fast and you'd like to keep up with your sanity. Well, and that's what I mean. I feel like we can't even catch up. I mean, first, beginning of the year, we had what? We had the drones, then we had the fog, then I feel like there was even more things that happened. There's the crazy snow in Florida. It's just like weird things have been happening, big shifts, big, changes as well. And it's only, January 27th, right? Oh, boy. Hello, Rose. Fatima. Okay, I think, Fatima, you said, what spiritual gifts do you resonate and what could you develop more? What do we have for Fatima when it comes to her spiritual gifts? Trying to think. I kind of wanted to use an oracle for you here, but I'm not sure what one I want to use here. So, Fatima, you're coming up as the Empress again. This is just a beautiful energy of absolute nurturing, okay? There's something about you being being able to nurture and help people through certain situations. Taking initiative. That's funny. I'm like, there's something about communication here. 3. You got 3 of Cups, which also 3, third sign, Gemini. That's all about communication. It's about taking initiatives when it comes to, oh man, throwing stuff around everywhere, guys. When it comes to communication as well, 1, 2, 2, 1. So this is taking initiatives, working with what you have. It will take you places, counting your blessings, acknowledge your dear ones, and finding inspirations to move forward. You actually could be getting some good news soon. But for yourself here, there's a sense of you nurturing like the Empress, and you have the Hermit. This is all about your inner wisdom. So I feel like you could very much take your inner wisdom and develop that and help share it globally, planting those seeds and helping people realize their worth is what I want to say. I've met you before. You have a beautiful energy. There's something about you that it just draws you in. You have this charisma and this, I don't know, I guess I could say charisma about you, but there's something that is just so relatable and just people want to I feel like open up to you. I feel like I could tell you my whole life story. Some people just have that energy. So I see you working actually with other people here as well. I mean, maybe this is setting up some kind of a counseling service, or I don't know if counseling would be the right word, but or just counseling, just guiding, just being there for people because you have this nurturing energy with communication. With developing this, you could look at specific practices. A lot of the times as well, it comes to setting routines. You have to be kind of dedicated and committed, being like, okay, well, this is my goal. For example, say you want to start some kind of a maybe a you could say a business, but or more like a side project, a side passion project where you're assisting other people get through maybe a challenging time, something that you've been through that you are familiar with, right? And you are helping people develop these kind of skills and get through this. Because sometimes we just even need to, be able to communicate and talk things out. But with what I was saying in terms of how to hone in, like you have a lot of, I feel like almost wisdom coming in from your guides, your spirit guides here. You're just needing to align yourself a little bit more. And it's close. Like you have a victory. You have nothing but amazing energies, but you need clarity with what you want here. So again, write down some things that you're interested in, what's important to you. And with that energy, focus again on that mindset, meditation, of course, breath work. What I have done as well, I think I've talked about this before, but blindfold yourself. A lot of you guys that want to increase your psychic awareness, your psychic senses, blindfold yourself. You can get specifically, it's called a mind fold. And this is great for children. Anyone here who has children, little ones, especially 12 and under, they pick this up so fast, you guys. And when you're sitting there, you can actually start working with different colors. So Brad and I just bought some like felt like colors from Amazon, like reds, blues, yellows, that sort of thing. So blindfold yourself. It is handy if you can work with another person, but you don't have to. You can just, okay, have blue in your hand. Know it's blue, but be blindfolded and wave it around your face for a little while. Of course, you're blindfolded while this is happening, and you will start to see little windows opening up, windows of perception, and you'll be able to see where the blue is, okay? And just work with this. Of course, this is something that you have to be a little consistent with, okay? But you will start to get all of a sudden your senses of perceptions are going to open. This is great for remote viewing as well. So for you, I think you can, Fatima, strongly develop this, but it takes effort. You can't just do this once or twice and be a pro at it. There's actually, you guys can search and research stuff when you look at mindfolds, phenomenal videos. There's actual schools, and I cannot wait for more of these schools to open, especially for children. They have kids that go and do all their schoolwork blindfolded, you guys. It's incredible. They're able to take this card and pretty much read it blindfolded. It's insane. But to them, it's just normal. They're like, well, anyone can do this, right? So to them, a lot of people are like, wow, you guys have superpowers. It's like, no, we just developed it. We are taught that we are so insignificant, you guys. We really are just heavily programmed, and we just need to break out of that belief system. Okay, so for you anyway, Fatima, I know I'm kind of getting a little off center here, but communication and working with others, because you are so nurturing and you have so much good energy within you and your aura. It's just, I feel like you can help people on even a psychic level. Like you just have to hone that in and center yourself a little bit more here. Okay, so you have, again, with this, make sure, especially look at right in the present here, King of Swords, taking initiatives. That's a big one for you, and that's a big one for me, because sometimes too it's like I want to do all these things, but then next thing you know, you don't do it. So if you need to write it down, make a list, then do that, okay? So lots of love to you, and thank you so much for joining me. Hello. Delcine Hicks Thomas, thank you for joining me again. Sorry if I said your name incorrectly. It's always lovely to have new faces here. I guess I can't see you, but new lovely souls here. So thank you so much for joining me. Lots of love to you, Fatima. You're new to the chat. You wanted to know if you'll ever find a part-time job. You are retired, but you'd like to work again. So let's see. Let's pull a few cards for you. Is there any spirit? What energies do you have when it comes to Delcine Hicks Thomas for a part-time job coming up? Is there a part-time job coming up? Delcine. I love it. That's a really cool name. I've never heard of that name before. All right. So for you, lovely, in terms of you looking for a part-time job, it's kind of on the fence here. I absolutely do think you can, if you wanted to pursue something part-time, absolutely. I do see that happening, but there are a few blockages here from what it feels like. Four of Pentacles is over the situation, okay, my friend? So it's a little bit, I feel like maybe some belief systems, because you got that Two of Pentacles. Like, do you really want to go back and work? It's kind of asking those questions. Are you doing it for the right reasons? Are you aligning yourself? Because there's just a little bit of a misalignment. Again, are you taking the necessary steps to go apply to certain jobs? I'm not saying you're doing this, but for example, like my mom, she'll call me. She'll be like, can you pull the tarot cards? Am I gonna get a job, like a part-time job? And I'm like, have you applied, Mom? No. It's like, okay, well, you have to go apply first. I'm not saying you're doing that, but just take the necessary steps. If you do this, I do see you having all the resources in order to manifest this, but there's a little bit of blockages right now. Let me just see, what does this look like? Yes. Yes. So this is absolutely something, I mean, I don't want to say, you know, we're not stamping this with 100% certainty, but in the next 3 months, if you continue to, look at some things that you're interested in and things that you want to pursue, I absolutely see an offer, you being offered a position in something here, okay? So I do see this, but you're going to have to get yourself out there. There's something about you really kind of fighting for this. There's something about a bit of competition, okay? I don't know if this is just competition in the current position that you're looking to fulfill, but there is a sense of you having to really go out there, okay, my friend? But if you continue to move forward and apply and do your stuff here, you will absolutely have something coming over the next couple months here, I see. All right. All right, lovely souls. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Do you guys have, am I misreading that right? It says at just Robin. My name is Robin and you are talking to my mom. Oh, interesting. I see my name talking to my mother. Interesting. You guys are funny. Thank you guys for joining me. Yeah. She definitely has to get out there, and that, if you continue to be consistent with that, you have an offer coming. Page of Pentacles is an offer for you, okay? So Page of Pentacles and Three of Wands, this is expansion. So you absolutely have the potential to manifest and get a part-time job here, but it does look like it is going to take a little bit of effort on your end, okay, my friend? But keep at it. Keep at it. All right, we'll take a couple more, my lovely friends here. I do have to end it at 10 today because I do have a session coming up. So let's see here. What other questions did we have? Hello, Cremos. Rose P. Will the price of silver go up soon? It's been said that for years, and you have some coins. All right, let's see here. What do we have for the price of silver, Spirit? Is the price of silver going up soon? I don't feel that much excitement when I feel into silver, to be honest, right now. So I feel like it may just be kind of flatlined. Not that it's not good. I think that was the wrong comment. Sorry. It's not that it's not going to do good, but I just don't know if it's going to be taking a big jump right now. What do we have for silver over the next, I don't know, couple months? Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of sitting on that fence here. I do see with the Page of Wands, I do see it potentially going up a little bit, but that's also very much a page energy. So if it goes up, it's only going to be kind of minimal, and that's what I'm feeling. It just feels a little bit I don't know, just not super exciting right now. So that's just intuitively how I feel about silver. I do also have some silver, and I think that it can be something that would be still very beneficial to have for sure. Can I get another confirmation with what is the energy of silver going up soon? What does that look like for 2025? Silver for 2025. Is it going up? Is it staying the same? What can we expect? Ooh, guess what? We got the silver coin. Oh. There's that. Look at the silver coin came out. How perfect is that? But then next to it, we have the Five of Cups. So I gotta say, I don't see it necessarily skyrocketing right now, but it still is very much a worthy investment. I don't think you can go wrong with it, but that's what I have. Sorry, it's kind of sitting on the fence. It's not, I don't see it doing significantly crazy right now. Not right now anyway, my friend. Yeah, you don't feel that. You feel it too. Yeah, it feels kind of just, I don't know. I don't feel that excited about it for some reason. So it feels like it'll just maybe stay the same. It may fluctuate a little bit, but I don't see it making any crazy big gains. So we will see. Hello, Modest Transformation. How will it go with this clothing brand for Cocobury as an ambassador? Sure, let's pull a few cards on that and see what the tarot says. What do we have for Modest Transformation by Celeste? How will the ambassador brand clothing go? Or I think I'm dyslexic here. How will the clothing brand for Cocobury go as an ambassador? Ooh. It has a bit of ups and downs, my friend. I think that this is actually going to lead to other opportunities, but the fact that we do have that three of cups and the Chariot in the situation moving forward with this. And I love how, look at that Empress. That's that ambassador energy. It's just glowing for that clothing brand. But it feels like a little bit of competition. So I don't know if there's lots of other ambassadors or a lot of people that are a little bit involved in this. So I do see it being successful, or is going to the fact that we do have a bit of a Three of Swords. So something in terms of if this specific brand doesn't work out, it will actually, though, open up more opportunities for other things, okay? So I still think it's worth looking into for sure, because you have a lot of good energy. This is moving forward. This is a big yes and breakthrough. So even though there could be some competition, I don't know if this specific thing is going to be extremely, let's say, large or life-changing with this one, but it's going to lead you towards other opportunities that will be also very successful. So it's a bit of a yes and a bit of a no, if that makes sense. So I think it's going to go well and propel you into a positive direction. Okay. Thank you, Liza. Thank you. All right. Oh, thank you so much for your donation. Pure Reiki healing and meditation. All right, so I think we'll end with your question here, my friend. You said here, my husband has many jobs and doesn't seem to be able to gain much traction with his career. Is there a direction he can go in where he can be more successful? What do we have, Spirit, when it comes to pure Reiki healing and meditation regarding her husband and his jobs? pertaining to his career direction. It feels like he's kind of investing his time and effort into the wrong opportunities here because he's hard. Look at this. He's very hardworking, my friend. He has a lot of talents and a lot of gifts here, but it's like look at all these opportunities. I feel like he's investing his money, and then look at this. Five of Pentacles in the outcome is kind of not a fun energy. Sometimes, okay, let me say, like, have you guys ever done something where it's like you have worked, I don't know, a 10-hour day, but yet you don't get much done, right? It's kind of this energy of it's like he's consistently working, he's keeping himself busy, he's getting himself out there, but it's like he's just investing in the wrong opportunities here is what it looks like. I mean, it would be better almost from what I can see if he scaled back. I mean, I'm not sure what your financial situation is, but sometimes less is more. It's like him in valuing his self and his own, I want to say branding company. So this is him actually becoming a very successful businessman. And I do see him getting there, but it just feels like his energy is really scattered. And when he's completely invested in, let's say, 3 different jobs, for example, is he just giving to other companies and not to himself and his own company career? I mean, I really see him building up something where he has his own company. So if he's consistently like, look at this, when we go work, not that there's anything wrong with working for other companies. Some people have amazing experiences with that. And there can be some really good shops that do value you, but at the same time, a lot of companies, especially big corporations, they're not going to value you for your time. Like if something happened to you, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you're not, see you later. And then they just replace you, right? So it's kind of the sense of just being replaceable, right? And you want to be irreplaceable. And by doing that, you're going to see more people starting their own little businesses, more people successfully coming up individually. You're going to see a lot. When the whole back in the day, even maybe now, it's like, oh, I work for this big corporation. And that's a thing. That's a one-up. That's something people really admire and respect. Whereas we're headed into more of a period where we're going to be looking at more individuals that are giving their hearts and their skills and their unique skills in terms of services. So I'm not sure what your husband does for a career. I think you just said he has many jobs, but he's not seeming to gain much traction. And I absolutely see that. That's exactly what's coming out here. But I see him almost taking some kind of schooling. I don't know if this is schooling or some kind of a program to help him gain more, let's say more experience under his belt, because this is somebody very experienced and I see him moving forward. I mean, let me look here. Okay, 3 of Wands is expansion as well. This is something that he can expand worldwide. So I don't know, I'm curious, what does he do? Pure Reiki, what does your husband do for a living? I don't know why. I feel like he can like have some kind of like contracting thing that he can expand out here, because this is something he can be very successful with, but he needs to dial back and stop giving so much to other, let's say, jobs or companies that aren't going to value him, right? It's almost like what I'm kind of getting to is sometimes working for certain companies aren't going to benefit you. Like say you want to be a chef. Nothing wrong with I'm okay. Well, say you want to be a chef and I'm going to just go work at, let's say, McDonald's, right? Try to take your skills and set that more into like a higher end restaurant, because that's going to put you in a whole different mindset perspective of people around you that you're dealing with, and they just have a different energy. So maybe looking at companies that more are suited to, yeah, look at the Ace of Pentacles, to him and his energy. So it almost feels like a sense of he's giving too much of his energy to the wrong things is what I can say. And he just needs to fine tune that a little bit and he's going to be successful here. Okay. So I'm not sure if you ended up replying here, but thank you, Mary, for joining me. Totally relate to this question. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, it's one of those things for sure where we want to advance our careers so bad, but sometimes just working hard, it's like working smarter, not working harder, okay? What do we have for Pure Reiki's husband in 2025? Any big shifts in his energy? What advice, final advice do you have for? Yeah, strategic. Okay, he needs to be strategic. He just needs to be a little bit more strategic with where he's investing here. He's overcoming this, and he has the Fool. Okay, Two of Swords. He has a lot of good energy moving forward, okay, my friend? So it's about him just redirecting his energy, especially with this redirecting his energy because he's giving to the wrong things right now. He needs to be strategic. And sometimes that can be scary because it's like, okay, well, if I give up a job, I mean, we don't have that money coming in, but it's like us. Sometimes we have to sacrifice some things in order to really grow and expand. And it's. I wanted to end because I was seeing this one clip that came out. It was like a Shark Tank clip, and this couple. I'm not even. This couple had two kids, ages like 8 and I don't know 12 or something like that, and they had a business that they were pursuing, and they were so sure about their business, my friend, that they sold their home and they moved into a camper for 2 years with two kids. Like, imagine that for 2 years. It's not like they're just moving to a camper for a couple weeks. They sold everything they had to invest into what they believed in, their product, and now they're multimillionaires today. So sometimes it takes sacrifices. And with your husband, I see him being super successful here. He's an emperor. And there's something very much about, I don't know if you have kids here, but this is like generational wealth as well. Okay. But he's going to have to make some potential adjustments and maybe sacrifices when it comes to his career moving forward. So I hope that helped you. But if you have more questions, feel free to send me a message offline here, and I'd be more than happy to help you a little bit more through that. So just having him kind of adjust and change his energies here, okay, my friend? Might have to sacrifice a couple things, and I feel like it could be letting go of a job and studying. This is learning something, studying something that is going to be beneficial for his field of work, okay? So, all right, lovely souls. I thank you guys so much for joining me today. Of course, it's always such a pleasure. And I'm really looking forward to doing these. So this is fun. I mean, I originally was just doing them once in a while, but I've been doing my live webcast Mondays and Fridays. So if you guys are interested in joining me, I should be back again Friday, probably pretty early, probably do another 9 a.m. But again, I will post that on my community on YouTube. And thank you so much for, the donations and joining me and all your guys' love and support. I'm sending you guys so much love on your journey. If you guys want a personal session, you can reach me at Readings with Breanne, where you can find me there. So much love. Thank you, Rose, Lady T, everyone. You guys are phenomenal, and my heart absolutely goes out to all you guys. So have a wonderful weekend. Oh no, it's only Monday. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys on Friday if you're around. Bye for now.